Hello children, let's continue with chapter number 1 of standard 7, that is integers. We have already studied about properties of integers. Now let's go on and use the properties. We are beginning with exercise 1.2. Question number 1. Write down a pair of integers whose sum is -7. Now this is an open-ended question. That means you are supposed to select numbers on your own. There may be certain questions where there will be multiple answers. If it is correct, you will get full marks for that. Here, let's try few of them. Now, here the sum should be equal to -7. So, that plus sign is given by that black color and it is written in between. And the answer is equal to -7. This is the condition that is given in the question. Now you are supposed to find out or think of any two integers which will add up to -7. Here we have selected the numbers to be -4, -3. Now when you solve it, -4 plus -3 becomes -3. So -4 -3 is -7. This is one set of answer. There may be any other more answers available. This is another set of number 1 plus -8. Now plus -8 becomes -8. 1 minus 8 is again -7. This is another set of integers which will give you the sum to be -7. You can have many more on your own, but in your exam you are supposed to select any of those. Now the second sub question tells you to get two numbers, that is integers, where the difference will be -10. So difference is shown by minus sign with black ink in between, and the answer that is equal to -10 is again shown by black ink. The pair of integers here can be 8 and 18. The difference is -10. One more example is taken. -1 and 9 is another pair of integers where the difference will be -10. The next sub question tells you to get the sum to be equal to 0. So 3 plus, that plus is nothing but sum, that is written in mathematical form, and answer is 0. The pair of integers can be 3 and -3. They can be -5 and 5. You can write any of your set of integers. With this, let's move to question 2. Write a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. Pair of negative integers. Both the integers, they should be negative. Moreover, their difference should be equal to 8. So, difference is shown by black ink, that is minus, and the answer is 8. But another condition that is given here is both the integers should be negative. So we have selected -2 and -10. When you solve it, you will see that the answer is 8. This is another set of integers that gives the difference to be 8 and both are negative. -7 and -15. The second sub-question here, write a negative integer and a positive integer whose sum is -5. One integer has to be negative, the other has to be positive. This is the condition. And the sum has to be -5. So we have selected 2 and -7. Another example is -8, 3. As told earlier, there are various answers for this condition. The third sub-question, write a negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is -3. Again, you have to select one negative and one positive, but their difference must be -3. Here we have selected the number to be -2 and 1. The next example is taken as -1 and 2. With this, let's move to question number 3. In a quiz, Team A scored -40, 10, 0 and Team B scores 10, 0, -40 in 3 successive rounds. Which team scored more? For this, you all know that we have to add separately for Team A and for Team B and check. Solution. Total score of Team A -40 plus 10 plus 0 gives you -30. And total score for Team B 10 plus 0 plus -40. The answer is again -30. Which team scored more? So actually the scores are equal. Can we say that we can add integers in any order? Here, if you look into the scores, they are the same. Only the order is different. But we got the same answer. So we can say that we can add integers in order due to associative property. With this, let us move to the next question. That is question number 4. Fill in the blanks to make the following statements true. Now, you can see that the very first sub-question tells you that -5 plus -8 is equal to -8 plus dash. Here, we are going to use the properties. If you think of the number that can be put in the bracket, it will be obviously -5. And which property? It is the commutative property, wherein we can say that A plus B is equal to B plus A. The next is -53 plus dash equal to -53, which is the number that when added to the given number gives the same number. Yes, it is 0. And 0 is called as the additive identity because when you add 0, you get the same number. The next sub-question, 17 plus dash gives you 0. Opposite numbers when added gives you 0. So the number to be added should be -17. And they are known as additive inverse of each other, 17 and -17. A and -A, they are additive inverse of each other. The next, you can see that one number is missing over there and that number has to be -7. And which property it is? It is nothing but associative property. You can add in any order, the answer remains the same. Now, next, that is the last one here. Again, you are going to use the associative property. And which number is missing? It is -3. So, the answer here will be -3 and the property used is associative property. With this, we come to the end of this exercise. We'll continue with the next topic in the next video. Thank you for now.